alone in one of the wildest places in South Africa. Today I build a shelter to survive the night. This land belongs to dangerous animals. I only have about 6 hours to build a shelter and make it as safe as possible before the night falls. This place changes entirely once darkness sets in. I'm here in a Big 5 area and I decided let's come here for the day and build a shelter and see how hard is it to survive and how scary it is in a Big 5 area. So it's about 12 o'clock now and I've got about 6 hours to find a place to build a shelter and then settle in for the night. Lots of lions, leopards, buffalo in this area, also elephants. So I need to carefully, and the other thing is hippo, I need to carefully find a spot to sleep which is going to be relatively safe, and hopefully it doesn't rain. It rained quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. The weather forecast looks good for the next couple of days, so let's go. It rained quite a lot. I think it was about 100 millimeters in a few days, or one day, and yeah, you can really see it. That means there are going to be a lot of ticks. And you know how I feel about ticks. But anyway, we're going to have to live with it. But this is the area that I camped in the last time. I'm in the area more or less that I was the last time I camped. And I thought about using this maybe as a shelter or a bunker, kind of, where I would put like a structure over here and then sleep here. Only concern is this is an animal path and it's not being used now, but you never know, you know, like when they decide to use it again and you're kind of in their way. If a hippo comes down here, decides to come and feed for the night. There's a nice place up there that probably would have worked a lot better, but yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of water run off there. And last time I was here, I spotted this place. I want to show you guys here. See, it's a whole kind of it's already a kind of a structure. I don't need a lot of space to sleep, but I can clear it out here and then I can put braces across like this and build a roof. I really don't have a lot of time to decide. I don't have the luxury, and yeah, I just don't have time. I must be honest, I'm a little bit nervous because of the location, yes, but also if it rains a lot. But the thing is, yeah, it's a little bit higher above the riverbed there. So, and you know what that means, guys, probably rain coming. Maybe not tonight, but definitely tomorrow. Red-chested cuckoo, I think if you watch my videos you know what it means. It means it's going to rain, and they're very reliable, and especially when they call at night. Alright, so my first job is to see if this is going to work, this area. There's some buffalo dung here. I'm not overly concerned about that, they are everywhere here anyway. But I want to clean it up, and then I want to see if it's gonna be sufficient. If there's no funny business going on here. I'm gonna check for snakes, gonna check for insect nests, I'm gonna look for a lot of scorpions. It is summer, that's a bummer. I would have loved to lift this up a little bit so I can sleep on something, but honestly I don't think I'm gonna have time for that. So I'm gonna have to live with sleeping on the ground. I'll see how things go, but yeah, it might be too much work to lift this off the ground or to build a floor for me to sleep on. So let's get started. I need to find a few like straight branches so that I can use it as poles. That's the thing, it's a bit tricky here. The wood is hard The ideal bush to use is guarri bush. It's a little bit far, it's a way down here, so I'm going to look for something else that might work, but if that fails, I'm going to need to travel quite a lot of distance. So often, if you think about it, your first instinct is, if you're going to sleep in a place like this and night comes, you know, the biggest danger will be wild animals, and you'll be 100% right. So you need to build your structure accordingly. Other thing obviously is mosquitoes. Malaria drain quite a bit, but that I'll get afterwards, so I'll survive the night, which is the mission here. But here's a guarri bush. Right here. Let's start there. We'll use some of it. We're not going to destroy the bush. We'll use some of it. It's very common here, so it's not like we are destroying bush, but there's a lot of them out here. So yeah. Guess what I found? Filthy tick.
Chop it with a machete.
This here is raisin bush. This might work. And you have to be careful. You have to check for snakes and also for the machete. You don't want to hurt yourself. You have to be careful, and when you get tired, you need to take a break. What I think I should do is I should start building it to make sure that we're on the right track and that things are actually going to work. And if I need other material, then I know I need to change the plan slightly, but I think I'm going to get the structure ready, or at least somewhat there, and yeah, then we can see from there. So the idea is to have something like this all around for now, and then I can build on this, maybe another one on top. And then that can serve as a roof as well. I'm not going to make it very high. I've only got a few hours, like 4 or 5 hours left. So I'm not going to make it's only for one night, and it's just to survive one night. So it doesn't need to be perfect. So that's the thing about out here as well. It's so peaceful in the day. It feels so nice. But at night, things changes. As soon as you start hearing lions, you start hearing hyenas, then it changes your mindset completely. Last time I was here, there was a leopard quite close by. I could hear it. And yeah, it just changes things. So that's what I'm building for. Now, I'm thinking about tonight. I'm not thinking about now. You have to keep that in mind. Because as soon as the night falls, it's too late. You don't want to move around at night looking for things. Okay, so it's 1:30. I've got about another 4 hours that I can build here, which is quite a lot. But also I have to keep in mind the energy you use out here. You don't want to get yourself in trouble. But I think it's coming on. I mean, it's not 100%, it's not very tidy, but the point is not to be tidy, it's about being efficient as well. So I'm going to weave, like branches through here, and then I'm going to put a roof on top here, and then obviously I'm going to just close it up on the sides and in the back. And then I've got a little door there that I'll use. And yeah, then it's long enough. I might be able to make a fire inside here if the mosquito gets bad. But the idea is to just get it, like to close it up. I might get a few thorn trees and stack thorns around me. That might be a good idea. I just didn't bring gloves, so I don't have gloves. So that's the only problem. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the progress. And yeah, it is looking good so far. So it just occurred to me I need to work a bit smarter. I need to cut it up that side because I'm going to use the branches as foliage around the place. So instead of cutting it up here, I should cut it up at the camp. I am a little bit nervous, I must say. I'm going to try and find my machete here. But I think I'll be alright. But I'm getting a little bit nervous because I know how it is out here at night. It changes things completely. But I think last time there was a leopard quite close, and I know there's been incidents of a hyena in this area taking their chances. Lions, when they come through, they might be a problem. Hippos are a problem. I can see there are hippo scats here, and it's right here at the camp or at my base. Yeah, you have to be careful, but not scared. That's the trick. If you're scared, you're screwed. And it doesn't help you lose your machete. Found it. All right, let's go check out that fallen tree there. I can come and use this buffalo thorn to put around this shelter. Nasty branches on here. The nice thing about that is as well, you can eat the leaves. It's edible. And also when the fruit comes out, you can also eat that. Still green now this summer, yeah? But you can still eat it. most of the structure is done. I've done the roof here, and this is not to keep heavy rains out. It will keep a light rain out. Well, it will relieve you. It won't keep it out completely, but it will help slightly. But the main idea of this shelter is to protect me from wild animals. That's the number one reason I have to sleep in it. And yeah, it's still not finished, but I think once it's done, it's going to be harder for something to come in here. And also, like, the other thing to keep in mind is this is just in case, all right? Animals don't just attack you for no reason. This is just to make it a little bit harder, to make them hesitate, and also to see that it's not worth it. So, yeah, I mean, will it keep a hippo out? Absolutely not. Will it keep a buffalo out? Absolutely not. But will it keep a leopard out? It will make it harder to get in, especially when I'm done. But will it keep a hyena out? Definitely makes it harder than being open. So that's the idea. Nothing is perfect and foolproof out here, but I need to do something. The sun is dipping behind me, so I still have a few hours and I still need to get firewood. So I think I'm gonna, like, just close it up on the sides now. There's quite a large surface to do. You can see it all the way around here. And in the back there, then yeah, it's still going to take a bit of time, but I might need to use something with a bit more sting, like yeah, the fish eagle is nice, with a bit more sting, like something thorny. I don't want to expend too much energy and walk too far or get hurt. So yeah, I'll walk a bit and check if I can find any material that's going to work. So the idea is I'm going to sleep here, right here, and I might make a fire there, small one, or there, and then on the outside, or wherever it's going to work. So I'll check it out. Yeah, but I'm already a bit tired. I've been working quite long now, a few hours, but yeah, it's getting there. It's so peaceful. I would like to just sit down a bit and just enjoy the nature a little bit before it gets dark, but we'll see if I'm going to have the luxury. Okay, so I've closed some of the sides. Still need to fill it up, but it's looking a lot better. But I might turn to thorn trees now. But you can see how it looks inside. Go inside, yeah. So not too bad. This is going to be my door, by the way. Very sophisticated. But yeah, let's go find some more material. Yeah, so this is buffalo thorn, and you have to be extremely careful with buffalo thorn. It's got a reputation for being, yeah, quite a nasty thorn. I'll show you guys. It's got one straight thorn and one hook thorn. So you'll see there's one straight here, long one, and then this hook thorn. So this thing, like a lot of thorn trees in Africa, it pokes you and it hooks you, and often leads to a lot of bleeding. So be careful, and it makes you get stuck. That's the thing. So you can get stuck in it easy. It could be so bad you can't get out. People have died like that. All right, so I'm going to start chopping this up into smaller pieces, and then we're going to work it in here. And then I think I'm going to call it a day. The time now, let me just check, is 3 o'clock. So I'm still going to be busy for probably another hour or so, and because I still need to get firewood as well. That will put me at 4, just after 4, probably 4:30. Then at 5 I need to start to settle. I still need to make a fire, and yeah, so on time, but getting there. Okay, so it's 20 to 4 in the afternoon, and I've got my shelter ready. This is going to be the door. I've got a thorn tree here. I'm just going to pull it over the door when I go to bed. It's not perfect, everything, but it's not the neatest shelter, but I'll say it's pretty effective. The only purpose for this shelter is to keep me safe tonight, or as safe as possible. These are all thorn trees here. All thorn trees. So it's really not easy to get in here. Will animal be able to get in? Absolutely. Never underestimate them. They are amazing. We are, just not on the same level, but I think it does help. I think it will definitely deter animals, and yeah, let's check it out inside. Let me show you guys. So nice and shady in here. Yeah, I think it is going to do the job. So I need to get some firewood so that we can have some fire. That's very important on a survival night. It's like where you stake your territory and say, this is mine. So when you make a fire. So yeah, let's go get firewood. Right, I am done with my shelter for the night. I've got enough firewood, I think, but there's one more thing to do. I introduce to you Chakma. He's gonna be our lookout for the night. This is a baboon skull, and they often sit on trees and then they look out for predators. So he offered these services for us tonight. And we say thank you, Chakma. So I'm going to put a stake in here, and he's going to look out for us the whole night. And he's going to let us know if he sees anything. They make a noise like wow. And if we hear that, we know Chakma saw a predator. You can hear that red-chested cuckoo going absolutely crazy. There's some crested francolin, like getting ready for bed. They're making a big noise, lots of noises. I'm sure we're going to hear the lions later. Welcome to Africa. I'm cooking a bit of sausage here, or vors. It's hanging over the branches here and cooking slowly, but the thing is, that's what I've got at the moment. I just heard a hyena here in the back, probably about 200 meters, calling. It's getting pretty dark now. I think it's a moonless night, in fact. I think we're close to moonless. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty dark night tonight. So this is very, very tasty, I must say, after a busy day. And I appreciate the food tonight. I did decide to bring food tonight, or today, because I was building the shelter. And yeah, I'm taking it step by step, I don't want to be out here, build a shelter, and then yeah, don't have food. I will in the future, but not on my first time out here in the Big Five area with no tent. So pretty cool. I think it's time to put more wood on the fire. I'm all full. I must say that was quite nice. So I'm moving closer and closer to my shelter. Maybe I'll just slide in here. I'm quite tired, but I don't want to go to bed too early. I'm still busy with a few things. I'm filming a few things, and also I don't want to wake up at 2 and can't sleep. So I will wake up during the night because of predators, and that's for sure if this fire dies. And also the other thing is that moon is disappearing. So it was over there, and I never realized, but it was in the west. So it means it's descending, it's going down. But pretty good night, and I wanted to share something with you. Last time, when I did this the first time, I slept in a tent. I don't know if you watched that video, but if you did, you'll remember it was a very windy night. That was the night there were poachers in the area, and they were on the other side of the river. And that night, when I sat, it was just after dinner, after I made the sausages, the same as tonight. I sat there and I had this very bad feeling. It was almost like the hair on my back of my neck was standing up straight. It was such a strong signal. And I sat there for a while, and then I kind of started getting used to it, or it started going away. And when I spoke to a few people afterwards, so those poachers moved past my camp that night. And it was just, they say it was just as they were just waiting for night to fall to move out of that area, not to be seen. And they found their tracks close to my camp. That was kind of freaky. I mean, that was, afterwards you think about it and think, did I get like a warning? But the thing I wanted to tell you guys, which is also interesting, is, and you can make of this what you want. I know it's like it's to do with the light and everything, but when I watched the footage afterwards, there was this glow halo over me, like almost like the Northern Lights. And if you're a photographer, you could probably explain it, it's a phenomenon of some sort. But it was cool because it happened at that moment. And it was like this, I felt at peace for some reason. So pretty interesting. And what a afterthought though. Not ideal. But I mean, how many times have it happened to you in your life and in my life where we are not even aware, or we are aware, or we get a signal of something is wrong? I've got a very strong sense of picking things up that ain't right. All right, so I know this has been like, I've been like that always, and that I believe because it's happened many, many times. Obviously, I can't feel everything, and I'm sure there are other people as well. If you're in tune with it, you can feel it. But how many times in your life that you don't even know of that you had danger so close, and you walk out the other end? Pretty cool. So there were some branches breaking behind me. That's why I'm whispering. At first I thought it was elephant, but then I heard hippo. So I'm not sure what it is. I'll just sit here for a bit and just wait. I definitely heard hippo call after that. It wasn't too far, it was probably about 100 meters behind me. I'm almost gonna call it a night. Go to bed now. And yeah, see how it goes. But I'm quite tired, so I think I'll sleep well, hopefully. But yeah, I think I'm almost gonna get ready for bed. Okay guys, I'm in bed here in my shelter. This is me for the night. I feel the fire, but I'm sure I'll wake up during the night. I put this branch here just for safety at the entrance, but yeah, I'm sure I will wake up during the night with noises. But if I do hear something interesting, I will put on the camera to try and capture it. But I heard some hyena again. Haven't heard lion yet, but might hear them later. But yeah, good night. Let's see how it goes. Okay guys, I'm up, I made it. What a night. It's an amazing night. It was busy, let me tell you that. I woke up this morning to an overcast sky. I made myself I'm busy making myself some hot water here. And then last night, it was so busy. Hyenas, lions, all night long, up and down here. And the thing is, what woke me up this morning at 4 was the leopard again. Last time I was in the same area here, and it was very loud. I woke up, it's like almost caught a fright. Well, I did. And then, I was lying awake because I felt I was sleeping this way, my head was this way, and it was right here somewhere. I imagined it was in the riverbed. And I woke up, and then I was lying awake, and then I heard actually something walking here, which I'm pretty sure it's a leopard. And then, it stopped somewhere here. The wind was blowing this way, and it stopped, because now it sensed I was there. And it was this intense moment at that stage where I wasn't sure what's going to happen, because it's so close. And I was just lying there, and I was listening to it, and it was kind of trying to figure out, like, where am I? And I was obviously lying in my shelter. And then it just took off. And I could hear it running with a kind of a rocking motion. And it sounded to me like a predator. It didn't sound like hooves, it sounded like pads, like running on the sand here. But we're going to check it out soon as this water's ready and it's light enough. We're going to walk down there and then see if we can see what it was. And the other thing I heard was a lot of hippo a lot. And it was some stage they were quite close as well. Pretty eventful night. Not a lot of rest. Alright guys, enough of this madness. Let's find out what really came past the shelter last night, or this morning early. And we're going to question this guy. Chakma, what did you see? He's been quiet all morning. I think he's keeping secrets. So yeah, let's go check. I am gonna enter here. No, wait, let me check. Just gonna take time, but I would love to find it. Over here it was already running, so I just want to check here because the path gets more narrow here. I honestly think if it was an antelope, I would have already seen the tracks because you know, they make, where their hooves are smaller, and they make indentations into the soil a lot easier than a predator. I'm going to keep on looking here. Yeah, those lines are probably about a kilometer away, maybe 2. You know, they sound close, but their voices just carry so far, you know. So, yeah, nice to hear though. Yeah, I can't pick up tracks, which just tells me more it's a predator because this ground is quite hard, the sand. Well guys, it wasn't a leopard, it was a hyena. There and there. So yeah, camp is right here. And it obviously walked down this riverbed. I wish I put the trail camera up here, but it's further down here. But this is obviously what I heard, because the leopard was calling here somewhere here, and I don't know if he was following the leopard around or what the deal was, but yeah, so that clears up the mystery right there. I wonder where the leopard went. Okay, so my ears didn't betray me. Hippo tracks here, another one, and you can see it was feeding here. See the grass lying there. It walked right through here. Yeah, and camp is right there. So this is the one I heard last night. When I said I heard that that breaking of branches noise, then I heard it call. But I think there's elephant as well. But this is the call I heard definitely. Yeah. Big hippo bull, yeah. So as I'm standing here in the riverbed, I'm gonna call it a trip and say it was fantastic, and I loved every minute of it. Well, maybe not every minute of it, but overall it was a fantastic experience, and a little nervous at some stages, uncomfortable at some stages. That's part of it, eh? I mean, this is why we do it. But I'm gonna head back now. It's the day before Christmas, and I'm only gonna edit this after Christmas, so I wish you a Happy New Year, and I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. And thank you for watching. We're definitely gonna do this again. Bye guys, I'm out. Oh yes, have kindness and peace in your heart. Peace. See you later.